Greetings, welcome. Glad you're all here. Thanks for turning out on this still rainy evening. I'm McCusker. I'm the Director of Student Entrepreneurship Programs at GW. I know many of you, but not all of you. And so pleased to make your acquaintance. We'll have time today for lots of networking and socializing, so let's take advantage of that. The GW Office of Innovation and Entrepreneurship, for those of you who don't know, is housed in the Office of the Vice President for Research. It is a campus-wide activity, and our mission is fourfold: innovation, education, venture creation, and connection. We will try to do all of those four things tonight. But our mission is really to engage students, faculty, staff, and alumni across all the GW schools and get them involved in some way, shape, or form with the process of innovation. And by that I mean taking an idea and testing it in the real world and then going through the steps that are necessary to implement it so that it has some impact. We are value creators. Our job is to create value for other people. And that value comes in a lot of different forms, right? So Mother Teresa creates a lot of value for the indigent in India, but Steve Jobs created a lot of value for me when he invented this thing, right? So there's lots of ways to think about value. But my argument is it's a fundamentally noble activity, and it starts with serving other people and creating value for them. And that's what we're all about. Tonight is our kickoff. This is the beginning of the academic year for us, and so we're going to go through a whole bunch of things this evening, starting with our friends from Agnes. So very quickly, I'm going to go over the agenda, and then I want to introduce Joe Nelson and some of his team to talk about a mobile app called Agnes that I'm asking all of you to log into, to join on, and we'll use in the course of the evening. Then hopefully Peter will be here. He's teaching, and I don't know if he'll make it on time, but I want to introduce some of the leaders of the student groups on campus. So the fourth thing we do is connection, and we want very much to use tonight's opportunity to connect you with other students with similar interests. Then I'm going to talk a little bit about the 2017 GW New Venture Competition and the support services and resources that are available to you if you're so inclined to get involved in that. This is going to be a little bit of the tip of an iceberg, so I will give you a taste of this, but you'll see there's lots of opportunities to follow up both with the mentors and residents and then through our website as well. Then we have a keynote address. So Tim Wang from Fiscal Note is going to talk tonight. Tim is one of the youngest and most successful entrepreneurs in a very hot entrepreneur scene in GW. Fiscal Note is a company that does big data in support of legislative activities, so a lot of unstructured data. They have raised, by my count, over $28 million so far, and this is like the third or fourth time Tim has been around, so he's a fascinating guy, and you will like that talk very much. After that, we're going to do our quick pitch competition. So we're going to do an open mic. Come up here, you get 3 minutes. No idea is too wacky for this, so come up and pitch your idea. You get 3 minutes. Make an ask. The smart thing to do in your pitch is ask somebody for help. Ask for funding, ask for teammates, collaborators, ask for resources. And the best, we'll have judges. We've got a couple of judges in the back. Some of our mentors and residents are here. We'll do quick Olympic scoring, give them a 6, give them a 5. And the top 10 will win $100. So if you haven't signed up, see Jasmine, get on the list. It's first come, first serve. We'll take up to 20 folks can pitch, or up to 18, sorry, up to 18. And then we'll do that. We'll pick winners, and then at the end, bring Joe back to give you a challenge for using Agnes. We want you to use Agnes tonight to connect with somebody, connect with other folks in the community, okay? And then we got time. There's still plenty of pizza. There's time for networking. And so with that, let me ask Joe to come up and describe Agnes.
We actually want to introduce our whole team, or most of our team, since we have people here, so if you guys want to come up for a second. Thanks, Alex, for the introduction.
Oh, yeah. You bet. Okay.
Do you guys just want to go down really quickly and introduce yourselves?
So, my name is McCusker. So, I'm a PhD student at GW, and I'm studying computer science.
Hi, my name is Matt, and I'm a graduate student at Japan University. I'm in computer science.
name is Sophie. I also go to GW. I'm also like register at GW and doing like computer science. I love being part of like Agnes and it was like also my experience of living for 3 months and be creative really to learn all Agnes.
Hi guys, my name is Becca. Sorry, I'm actually still here. I just graduated from Cornell. I did my undergrad in computer science and master's in information science. Yeah, this stuff is pretty cool, so you should check it out at the end of this.
I also wanted to mention a couple of the members who can't join. We have Shilpa, who's at the University.
Always what you're looking for. Has anybody found this to be true? We certainly have. As students on college campuses, we are totally saturated with information, right? We're saturated from billboards, to calendars, to Facebook, to Twitter. And what we wanted to do was solve some of these issues. These methods of delivery for events are inefficient and ineffective.
And so in a community like GW, where you have thousands of people and groups and events around you that you don't want to miss out on, how do you keep track of everything?
You can't, Joe. You just can't. There's no way.
And so that's why 9 current and recent students turn to artificial intelligence and machine learning to cut through the clutter and find what matters. So here's a photo of our team working in our office, which is just a couple blocks from here. We really want to engage you guys and get to know you and understand GW's campus and the needs here as much as possible. So we definitely want to use this as an opportunity to stay in touch. And together as a team, we built an app that tries to do one thing really, really well. Deliver personalized opportunities.
So, where do we get started? This was a pretty difficult task to try to get our hand on. So what we first did was to look at every single public DC calendar and gather all the information. And what we were able to do was gather as much as up to 3,000 events only for GW's community through these public calendars, just for George Washington's campus. We were also working on other campuses, but with George Washington, with DC events and George Washington, we were able to get over 3,000 events. So what can you do on Agnes? We can do a lot, and we'll go through some of the features. The first thing you do is you let Agnes know what you're into, what your interests are, what your major is, and what you may want to do after college, so maybe we can match you to some recruiters. It then takes you to this page, which is essentially taking the 3,000 events and distilling it to a handful of events that may be of interest to you. So instead of seeing hundreds of events a day, you are really seeing a few tailored to you. And at the top here, you'll see there's a feature banner. And that banner is for trending events. And so you'll also be able to see what's popular around you and what everybody else is going to, so you can always be in the loop.
And some of the cool features. So if you see an event on this list that you want to go to, all you have to do is add it directly to your iCalendar or Google Calendar. If you see something on the list that really isn't you, swipe it off your list, and Agnes will take that into account for the next time we make our recommendations. Other features is that you can search for talent on campus for the first time. As a student, all you have to do is figure out what you and your group is looking for and search for those skills, and the list of people on campus will auto-populate. And then you can reach out to them or a group that you find on campus that looks interesting to you directly through the app using your GW email.
What's very cool is that Agnes is available right now, both on the Apple App Store as well as the Google Play Store for free. Keep in mind that it's still in beta, so some of the features might be glitchy or might not work. We encourage you to sign up, and we encourage you to do it manually if you can today. And we'll come back later to talk about the challenge.
Yeah. So this is your community, your experience, and your opportunity. What will you do with it? Thank you.
Nicely done. Thank you, gentlemen. Am I on? So, my request is that you sign up for Agnes right now. Do it kind of surreptitiously, if you're not paying attention to what I'm talking about. But not much. But the point is, the more of you sign up, the bigger the community gets, the bigger the opportunity is. You really want to use the app, but before the end of the day, help you find those information. So, please, sign up for Agnes right now. Available iPhone and store, right? Okay, next, the student, here yet? A bunch of people, too. Let me, I want to introduce them to the student leaders and ask them to come up and get 1 minute and introduce themselves and talk about their group. The first group is Launchpad. Lauren Hoffman, David Meehan, and Zach Friend. I have been instructed that you need to use this baby for posterity.
Thanks, hold it.
Sure.
Can you hear me? Does that work? Yeah? Okay.
Is it on?
Is that on? No, not on? Okay. Any ideas? Dead battery. Okay. I'll just speak loudly, yeah. Okay, so while you guys are signing up for Agnes, we're going to talk about our student org. We know that sitting here today, you're going to hear about the new venture competition. It's an amazing resource on campus, but it can be intimidating to get involved in entrepreneurship. If you want to launch something, but you don't know how to think of an idea, or maybe you have an idea but aren't fully confident in it, how to find teams of people who are interested in the same idea that you are, and then how to devote time outside of academics to work on your fully fleshed out business plan, that's what we are here for.
And our organization is called the Launchpad, and think of us as a startup community. We're going to be working in small groups throughout the year to learn how to establish a company or product with the help of like us mentors.
And we're bringing in other mentors or
And so our proposition is that we're just working. That's what we're working through right now.
Yeah. So starting next week, we'll be meeting weekly for about a month to go through brainstorming, build out some ideas, and deep dive on feasibility for those ideas. After that, we'll bring in project teams and be working out building out these ideas in project teams with help from professional mentors, subject matter experts in the city and around campus. If you'd like more information, we have a table out front. You can come find us, you can scan our QR code to sign up. You can also see us at our kickoff meeting next Wednesday. That's 7 to 8 p.m. As one and information on us outside of the table.
Thanks, guys. Next up is GW Startups, Sarah Shaven.
Hi. I'm the president of GW Startups, which is a student org that really works to foster a community of interdisciplinary. Am I that quiet? Hi. So I don't know if anyone could just hear me, but GW Startups is really a community for anybody interested in any type of entrepreneurship, and that is if you're a musician, a journalist, an artist, a business student, an engineer, whatever your discipline is, come on out to our first meeting on Monday at 8 p.m. in Duquesne. And I will also introduce the first hackathon that we're planning this October. And it's also not just open to comp sci students. It'll be really for anyone if you, again, are a musician, an artist, a business student. It's, the first ever interdisciplinary hackathon. So come on out. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Sarah. Well done. Well done. Next up, the GW MBA Entrepreneurship Club with Anirudh Vishisheth. Did I say that right?
Yes, thank you.
Close.
Hello, everyone. My name is Anirudh Vashesh, and I am a student of GW MBA class of 2017. I'm a president of Entrepreneurship Club over here, and we would be organizing many events, seminars, and workshops that could help grow your business and startup ideas. So we would be brainstorming a lot, and since we come from a business background, you all will be learning a lot. So if you are interested in joining the club, you can reach me out or you can search on the Facebook page. I am also associated with Office of Innovation and Entrepreneurship with Lex. So in case you want to reach out through that, that's a good medium as well. And if you have any questions, you can just contact us. Thank you.
Thank you, Anirudh. Thank you. Next up is the GW MBA Women's Group with Susana Bustos.
Hello, my name is Susana Bustos. I am a member of the GW Women MBA Club. We do like a couple event a year, like roundtable. We connect the professionals with the alumni and also with the current students. And we have a couple of events about negotiation, salary negotiation. So if you are interested, like we have the GW Women MBA Club website, so you can contact us by that way.
Great. Thank you very much. Thank you. Those are the only clubs I had on the list for tonight. Is there anybody else who wants to shout out, tell the group about their club, solicit members? Going once. All right, thanks. All right, let me pick up. These are some of the clubs we talked about. You saw Saren and Lauren and Anirudh. There's also the GW Tech Collective, another good group to know about. The SI 360 is a social entrepreneurship club, another great group to get connected with. There's a group in the medical school and the law school. So lots of student organizations around campus, open to all students. It's easy to find folks who have an interest in entrepreneurship around campus. So with that, let me pick up. I want to give you a little bit of information about the GW New Venture Competition. So this is the beginning of our academic years program. The competition itself runs in the spring. GW runs the 5th largest collegiate entrepreneurship contest in the country. It runs from January to April. This year, the competition starts on January 25th. This past year, we gave out $130,000 in unrestricted grants. We gave out another $140,000 in in-kind prizes. So all the local co-working spaces, professional services, marketing service, educational services, software development services are all prizes that are awarded in this competition. It runs this year it'll run 3 tracks. There's a high-tech commercial track, a low-tech commercial track, and a social entrepreneurship track. So if your startup idea is social, not-for-profit or a for-profit social, or a commercial, there's a place for you in the competition. You will see that there is lots of support available, and we'll talk at great length about that before the evening is over. And as I say, January 25th is the first date to put pencil into your. Now, the competition is open to all schools, and in fact, the matter is we encourage participation from all schools. What you see is that the School of Business provides the most participants this year, but only a third, which is to say that 2/3 of the participants come from outside the School of Business. And I'll give you a hint on how to do well in the competition. Teams that have complementary skills go a long way in the competition. Entrepreneurship is a team sport. Very hard, I would argue impossible, to do it by yourself. Nobody, not even Tim Wang, I would argue, has all the skills necessary to be a successful entrepreneur. You've got to complement yourself. You've got to find people who engage them in your idea, enroll them in what you're doing, and find people who have the skills that you don't have to make a coherent team, right? So here's the eligibility rules quickly. It's for teams of up to 4 people. At least half the team members have to be GW affiliated. That means students, faculty, staff, and alumni. At least one member of the team must be a full-time student, and that full-time student must have an ownership stake in the company, right? So it's primarily a student competition, but it's open to all of GW and even to outsiders. Yeah? It's also for new ventures, and our definition of new is less than 2 years old and less than $200,000 in sales, right? So we're looking for new companies. Here's the schedule. Starts with round 1 on January 5th, and the first submission is very easy. It's a very lightweight. It's a Google form that describes your venture, a 50-word summary, and a video, 3-minute video that talks about you and your venture, the problem you're trying to solve, and why you think you have the solution. Very easy to do. We go through several rounds of selection. At the second round, where we get down to 40 teams, we assign a mentor to every team. And then in the finals are on April 20th, and we do that in the Jack Morton Auditorium, give out all that prize money. So let me take a short time, and I want to show you a quick video, which will give you a flavor for last year's competition, if I can find it.
Idea is only 1%, like business people say. 99% is implementation. So this competition helps you implement your idea. So right from business model canvas, which was like an overview of your company, to a 10-page business model and a business plan, to a final pitch presentation, which we can actually take out to venture capitalists and seed funders, as well as all these people who want to invest in your business, is very, very helpful.
We have learned so much. I didn't know how to do so much of this, but I feel so much more confident. I've learned so much. If you can get this experience through something else, even if you're not a business student and sitting in those big classes, you're still getting that knowledge.
It is a lot of work, and you have to come into it knowing that, but if you're willing to put that effort in, able to put in that energy, and you honestly want to do well, you will take so much out of it.
You get to work with a lot of great mentors. You get to work with amongst a really great group of students who are all driven by the same reasons of entrepreneurship. While their ideas are different, everybody is really supportive in making sure they can help each other move their ventures forward.
The new venture program, it seems to me, is sort of a focal point for bringing in people from different disciplines of study here at GW, having them collaborate in multidisciplinary ways to bring forth an idea that potentially might be market changing and beneficial to the community at large.
Whether you make it to the first round or the last round, even writing out the plan is such an essential part of a startup. The access to the mentors and the resources that the GW Office of Entrepreneurship works with you to organize is an incredible opportunity that you could not get at any other school.
I think even if you know nothing about business, I think the way that Lex and the team put it together, they coach you up from the very beginning. They show you what a business plan looks like, how to get your idea into that format, and how to continue throughout the process. So I think whether you know a lot or nothing, I think it's a great opportunity for people to take on and see if your idea is worth something.
I have the honor of announcing the first place winner, and it is Homegrown Farms.
We're Homegrown Farms, and we just won first place at the GW New Venture competition. It's a crazy, incredible feeling. I think we're all in a bit of shock and relief and happiness, and it's just been the culmination of a lot of work, and it's a lot more real now, now that we have these great big checks in our hand.
So we just won $32,500 in 3 different categories.
So we're very excited.
We are over the moon.
At the very least, if you shoot for first and you don't make it past the first round, you're getting a lot of experience. You're getting a lot of connections.
I think this was the best experience in the 4 years I've been at college. This resource is only available to people at GW, so we should make full use of it.
You don't have to be a business student. You do not have to be a graduate student. You don't have to follow that cookie cutter idea of people that compete in this competition. It is a lot of work, but it is so worth it because we know we can actually change lives.
Clapping for you. It's quite an event. So why should anyone want to enter? It's a lot of work. You heard that.
Show me the money!
Need the money, right? So there is lots of money. $35,000 first prize. Jerry Maguire and I are buds. We go. Special prizes for best undergraduate, 2 prizes for social ventures, $7,500 for the best international, high tech, sustainable energy and infrastructure. Veterans-oriented prize, so lots of prize money to be had. And it's all non-dilutive, right? You know what that means. In this context, it means that it's a grant to the company. The university does not make any claim on your intellectual property and does not ask for any kind of equity in return. They are hoping you become fabulously wealthy and donate a building, but That's it down the line. So it's a nice perk for being a GW student. So why do it? I think the real reason is to have impact. You recognize this cast of characters, right? Oprah, Zuckerberg. I love this picture of, Bill Gates with museum quality computers, right? So, Vera Wang, Jobs. Why do I put this group up here? What is it they all have in common? In the interest of time, I'll jump to the answer. At your age and your stage in life, they had already begun their journey. They had already started to create the companies that they became famous for. They went through a lot of iterations, if you know any of the history of it, but they at your age, they were doing it. They had jumped in, they had committed, and they had fewer resources available to them than you have available to you today. So what I like to say is, your thing could change everything. That idea that you're carrying around, that notion that you have that there's a better way to do something, that there's a problem that can be fixed, one to fix it, so go do it. All right? The winners. We saw some of the winners. I want to take 1 minute and talk about homegrown farms. Pranav is here. Can I put you on the spot, buddy? Say a few words about the competition. Don't worry, you can't hurt my feelings. Don't say anything. Tell the truth.
Hey everyone, my name is Pranav. I'm the Chief Science Officer for Homegrown Farms. And last year we won first place at the New Venture competition. What stuff I can say is kind of reiterating what Lex has already told you, which is this competition's here to add value to every single one of you that's here. And that's not just the people that go to finals and win prizes and things like that, but that's from the very first round in this event that you guys are at today. Like, if I look back a year, I came into this room and I had no idea, or actually it was Marvin Center, but I had no idea what I was going to be doing. I was just here to watch. And I ran into my eventual teammates, and then we went from there. And a lot of it is a learning process. Like, education is there. They give you courses on how to build your customer base and how to address legal issues. And then on top of that, there's amazing mentorship. The mentors that we actually got from New Venture that Lex mentioned, they're our closest advisors right now, and that have helped us to not only build the business model canvas and build a business plan that none of us had done before, but they're helping us now adjust our operating agreements and work out like what we want to do in the future long term in terms of employment, in terms of company culture. So these are all small things, but in reality, New Venture provides every resource that a lot of people don't have, and you guys should definitely take this opportunity to enter, even if you think your idea is awful. They'll help you build it. They're here to help you grow and improve. So, yeah.